Jim started being involved in our getting zoning. And that's a very ticklish subject and a very important part of our business, because you get the zoning at different stages, but the final stage is when you have to present your development plans and arguments why you need the zoning for this particular area and what you're going to do for the community in which it's in. And like all developments in all areas, it's always, well, not next to me, do that somewhere else. The problem that we had is convincing the people within that community that this is why it should be here. And Jim had to do that sales. He and I would ride together deliberately alone, and what we would do from the beginning, and we would go through how he was going to make the presentation. And I would pick out different areas that I told him, I don't like that, Jim. And by the time we got there, we were still talking on a friendly basis, but not the best of, because Jim didn't like to be told where he was off, and neither did I like to be told, but we worked it out. And we went to the communities, and more often we were successful than not. I was proud of Jim in that area.
So I feel like Dad had obviously a ton of strengths, but
that was one of
this particular, with talking with cities,
nobody better.
And I feel like you worked with Dad in that area more than anybody.
Yeah.
On that aspect.
That's when he was picking us to do different,
Different
different roles.
yeah.
And that one I was lucky because there was nobody better than Dad on that.
Yeah.
His understanding of people, and he would let no detail was left unturned. And the reason why I would get kind of frustrated is we'd be on the drive to the actual meeting. So I'd been preparing for 2 weeks because he would say over prepare, and you knew Dad was your toughest audience.
Right.
So we'd be going, and he'd ask me the basics, and I had them nailed. Then he would say, well, what if they say to you, you have too many kids? Come on, Pop. I mean, they're not going to ask me if, and then he goes, what if they would? What would you say? And I got to tell you, his prep for that was the best, because by the time the meeting came, they couldn't have asked me anything where I felt uncomfortable. And they had a personal touch with you. And of course it helped if he was sitting, in the audience, but nobody better than Dad with prep for things like that.
It's awesome.